Hello friends, in this video I will be discussing about the basics of financial management, that is the fundamentals of financial management. So in the module, the topics in the syllabus are as given here. So we have to discuss about the meaning and objectives of financial management, changing role of finance manager, interface of financial management with other functional disciplines. We will be discussing about Indian financial system. Under that, we will be discussing about financial markets, financial instruments, financial institutions and financial services. And finally, we will be discussing about emerging issues in financial management, that is the risk management, behavioral finance, financial engineering and derivatives. To start with, so hope all of you would be knowing what is finance. What is finance? So, in simple terms, to give the meaning of finance, it is an art and science of managing money. The major areas covered under this subject are financial services, managerial finance, corporate finance, and the financial management. Financial services are concerned with the design and delivery of advice and financial products to individuals, business, and governments within the areas of banking and related institutional, personal financial planning, investments, real estate, insurance, and so on. But financial management is concerned with duties of the financial managers in the business firms. Why? Because financial managers, they actively manage the financial affairs of any type of business, namely financial and non-financial, private and public, large and small, profit seeking and non-profit seeking, or not for profit, credit administration, etc. Financial managers perform varied tasks like budgeting, financial forecasting, cash management, investment analysis, fund management, credit administration, and so on. But in recent years, the changing regulatory and economic environment, coupled with the globalization of business activities, have increased the complexity as well as the importance of the financial manager duties. As a result, the financial management function has become more demanding and also more complex. So friends, we will be discussing about the relationship of finance and the related disciplines, the scope of financial management, the goals or the objectives of financial management. We also will be discussing about the emerging role of finance managers in India. What is finance? So, as you look here, it can be defined as the art and science of managing money. It includes financial services, financial instruments. It is also referred to as provision of money at the time when is required. The function of finance is procuring of funds and their effective utilization in the business concerns. Why an effective utilization? Because effective utilization of funds means sourcing of funds at least cost of capital and making the decisions on allocation of these funds wisely so that the company's profit will increase and the shareholders' goals are achieved. There are some definitions for finance given by different authors. So, from the Oxford Dictionary, what is finance is it is the management of money. So, Webster's Dictionary gives the meaning of definition of finance like this: the science on study of the various definition given by different authors and books on finance are: according to Oxford Dictionary, the word finance means management of money. According to Webster's, it is the science on study of the management of funds and the management of fund as the system that include the circulation of money, the granting of credit, the making of investments, and the provision of banking facilities. According to the Wheeler, business finance is that business activity which concerns with the acquisition and conversion of capital funds in meeting financial needs and overall objectives of a business enterprise. So there are different meaning which explains about the financial management. The term financial management has been defined by Solomon as it is concerned with the effective use of an important economic resource, namely capital funds. The most popular and acceptable definition of financial management as given by S.C. Kuchel is: financial management deals with procurement of funds and their effective utilization in the business. One more definition given by Howard and Lipton: it is an application of general managerial principles to the area of financial decision making. Weston and Brigham defines financial management as an area of financial decision making harmonizing individual motives and enterprise goals. Financial management is the operational activity of a business that is responsible for obtaining and effectively utilizing the funds necessary for efficient operation is the definition given by Joseph and Massey. So friends, now let us look at the objectives of financial management. In order to make wise decisions, a clear understanding of the objectives that are sought to be achieved is very much necessary. The objective provide a framework for optimum financial decision making. It means they are concerned with designing a method of operating the internal investment and financing of a firm. The term objective is used in the sense of a goal or decision criteria for three decisions involved in financial management. It implies that what is relevant is not the overall objective or goal of a business, but operationally useful criterion by which to judge a specific set of mutually interrelated business decisions, namely investment, financing, and dividend policies. Moreover, it provides a normative framework. That is, the focus is in financial literature is on what a firm should try to achieve and on policies that should be followed if certain goals are to be achieved. The implication is that they are not necessarily followed by firms in actual practice. They are rather employed to serve as as a basis for the theoretical analysis and do not reflect contemporary empirical industry practices. Hence, the term is used in a rather narrow sense of what a firm should attempt to achieve with its investments, financing, and dividend policy decisions. As we all know, firms in practice state their vision, mission, and values in broad terms and are also concerned about technology, leadership, productivity, market standing, image profitability, financial resources, employees, satisfaction, and so on. Now we will discuss the two criteria of the financial management objectives, that is the profit maximization criteria and the wealth maximization criteria. Okay friends, what is profit maximization decision criteria? See, according to this approach, actions which increase profit, that is total to EPS, should be undertaken, and those that decrease profits, that is profits to EPS, are to be avoided. In specific operational terms, financial management, that is the profit maximization criterion, implies that the investment, financing, and dividend policy decisions of a firm should be oriented to the maximization of profit to EPS. Now, profits can be used in two senses. One is as a owner oriented concept, which refers to the amount and share of national income which is paid to the owners of business, that is, those who supply equity capital. As a variant, profit maximization is described as profitability. It is an operational concept and signifies economic efficiency. In other words, profitability refers to a situation where output exceeds input, that is, the value created by the use of resources is more than the total of the input resources. Used in this sense, profitability maximization would imply that a firm should be guided in financial decision making by one test, that is, select assets, projects, and decisions which are profitable and reject those which are not. In the current financial literature, there is a general agreement that profit maximization is used in the second sense. And the rationale behind profitability maximization as a guide to financial decision making is simple. Profit is a test of economic efficiency. It is a test of economic efficiency, meaning to say, it provides the yardstick by which economic performance can be judged. Moreover, it leads to efficient allocation of resources, as resources tend to be directed to uses which, in terms of profitability, are the most desirable. Finally, it ensures maximum social welfare. The individual search for maximum profitability provides the famous invisible hand by which total economic welfare is maximized. Financial management is concerned with the efficient use of an important economic resource, namely capital. Hence, it is argued that profitability maximization should serve as the basic criterion for financial management decisions. But profit maximization criterion is, however, been questioned and criticized on several grounds. The reasons for opposition in academic literature fall into two broad groups: those that are based on misapprehensions about the workability and fairness of the private enterprise itself, and those that arise out of the difficulty of applying the criterion in actual situations. It would be recalled that the term objective, as applied to financial management, refers to an explicit operational guide for the internal investment and financing of a firm and not the overall goal of the business operations. Therefore, focus on the second type of limitations to profit maximization as an objective of financial management is important. The main technical flaws of this criterion are the ambiguity, timing of benefit, and quality of benefit. Ambiguity. One practical difficulty with profit maximization is for financial decision making is the term profit is a vague and ambiguous concept. It has no precise connotation. It is amenable to different interpretations by different people. For example, profit may be short term or long term, it may be total profit or rate of profit, it may be before tax or after tax, it may return on total capital employed or total assets or shareholders' equity, and so on. If profit maximization is taken to be the objective, the question arises: which of these variants of profit should a firm try to maximize? Obviously, a loose expression like profits cannot form the basis of operational criterion for financial management. Timing of benefits. A more important technical objection of profit maximization as a guide to financial decision making is it is ignoring the difference in the time pattern of the benefits that is received over the working life of the asset, irrespective of when they were received. If you consider this example, it can be seen that the total profits associated with the alternatives A and B are identical. If the profit maximization is the decision criterion, both the alternatives would be ranked equally. But the returns from both the alternatives differ in one important aspect. While alternative A provides higher returns in earlier years, the returns from alternative B are higher in later years. As a result, the two alternative courses of action are not strictly identical. This is primarily because a basic dictum of financial planning is the earlier the better, as benefits received sooner are more valuable than benefits received later. The reason for the superiority of benefits now over benefits later lies in the fact that the former can be reinvested to earn a return. This is referred to as time value of money. The profit maximization criterion does not consider the distinction between return received in different time period and treats all benefits irrespective of the timing as equally valuable. This is not true in actual practice, as benefits in early years should be valued more highly than equivalent benefits in later years. The assumption of equal value is inconsistent with the real world situations. And the next is the quality of benefit. Probably The most important technical limitation of profit maximization as an operational objective is that it ignores the quality aspect of benefits associated with the financial course of action. The term quality refers to the degree of certainty with which benefits can be expected. As a rule, the more certain the expected return, the higher is the quality of benefits. Conversely, the more uncertain or fluctuating is the expected benefits, the lower is the quality of the benefits. An uncertain and fluctuating return implies risk to the investors. It can be safely assumed that the investors are risk averse investors, that is, they want to avoid or least minimize risk. They can therefore be reasonably expected to have a preference for a return which is more certain in the sense that it has smaller variance over the years. Hence, the problem of uncertainty renders profit maximization unsuitable as an operational criterion for financial management, as it considers only the size of benefits and gives no weights to the degree of uncertainty of future benefits. For example, when you look at this table, the total returns associated with the two alternatives are identical in a normal situation, but the range of variations is very wide in case of alternative B, while it is narrow in respect of alternative A. That is, the earnings associated with alternative B are more uncertain as they fluctuate widely depending on the state of the economy. Hence, alternative A is better in terms of risk and uncertainty. Hence, the profit maximization criterion fails to reveal this fact. In order to conclude, the profit maximization criterion is inappropriate and suitable as an optional operational objective of investment, financing, and dividend decisions of a firm. It is not only vague and ambiguous, but it also ignores two important dimensions of financial analysis, namely risk and time value of money. Hence, from the above discussion, it is appropriate that an operational decision criterion principle is required. And this operational decision criterion for financial management should be precise and exact. It should be based on the bigger the better principle and consider both quantity and quality dimensions of benefits, recognize the time value of money. Hence, the alternative to profit maximization is the wealth maximization, which takes into consideration all these flaws of profit maximization.